second quarter growth has been very high. It's the highest in the world, and we continuously maintain that momentum of being the fastest growing economy. You compare all these developments around the world, and for India to have reached 7.6% in the second quarter is a very significant number that we cannot afford to miss. There is a temptation to think, is this growth on the back of only one sector, whereas it's not. All sectors are growing, and growing significantly for us to notice it. So because of the Make in India program, and also because of the Prime Minister's production-linked incentive schemes, the manufacturing sector is also now significantly contributing to the economy. As per the PLFS, that is the Periodic Labour Force Survey, WPR, the worker population ratio, that is the share of the employed in the total population, has increased to 56% in 2022-23 from 46.8% in 2017-18. And I underline the fact that this is post-COVID, that it has gone up to 56%. So there is an increase in the worker population ratio.
India has become the fifth largest economy in last 8 years. India's second quarter growth is the highest in the world. The manufacturing sector registered its highest growth of 13.9% in second quarter of financial year 2024. Unemployment rate has declined to 10% from 17.8% in 2017 and 18. Direct tax collection grew by 21.82%. GST collections touched 1.6 lakh crore rupees. Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching this special presentation of Sansad TV, State of Indian Economy, with your host Kriti Mishra. Rajya Sabha saw an erudite discussion on the economic situation in the country. Normally, a short duration discussion lasts for 2.5 hours, but this imperative discussion on the economy spanned over 3 days. In this edition, we've packed everything for you, so come along. One of the important parliamentary devices available to members in the upper house to draw the attention of the government to matters of urgent public importance is to raise a discussion of short duration without a formal motion or vote thereon. The chairman of the council decides the admissibility of the notice.
माननीय सभापति जी,
short duration discussion.
A short duration discussion on the economic situation in the country saw riveting speeches and interventions from both the Treasury and opposition benches. The discussion commenced on December 5th and culminated on December 7th. It was initiated by Derek O'Brien of Trinamool Congress.
Short duration discussion on an issue which is primarily put up by members of the opposition and of course and of the Treasury benches. So I think it will go a long way in having a house running. You wanted to run 100% without any disruption. Let me, on behalf of my party, the Trinamool Congress, and I'm sure many of my colleagues from other parties on this side, share the view, not 100%, sir. Till 22nd December, we'll make it run for 102%.
Participating in the discussion, BJP members asserted that India is the fastest growing economy due to the effective economic policies of the Narendra Modi government.
अमेरिका की 1.5 है परसेंट, यूरोपियन यूनियन 1.2, जर्मनी 0.9, फ्रांस 1.3, इटली 1.7, स्पेन 1.7, जापान 1, इंग्लैंड 0.6, कनाडा 1.6 और अदर एडवांस कंट्रीज 2.2 और इसमें भारत 6.3.
महंगाई पर बार बार चर्चा हो रही है. अगर लोग इतने ही दुखी होते, इतने ही नाराज होते, तो फिर मैं मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़ की बात करना चाहूँगा. और इस देश में कितने प्रदर्शन हुए. सभापति महोदय, दुनिया के 50 देशों में लाखों लोग सड़कों पर आ गए. पेट्रोल डीजल की महंगाई, खाने पीने की चीज़ों की महंगाई के विरोध में. लेकिन भारत में 10,000 लोग भी कहीं सड़कों पर नहीं आए.
Members across political spectrum participated in the short duration discussion in the upper house.
Sir, I compliment the government. I laud them because they brought in the Anusandhan National Research Foundation bill, and Prime Minister has often spoken about Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandhan. But sir, we need to really focus on Anusandhan or research if we want to become a developed economy in the next couple of decades.
At a large economy, we are growing at the fastest rate in the world. We are innovative. We have the largest FDI coming into the country.
जनप्रतिनिधि जो राज्यसभा और लोकसभा में बैठे हुए हैं, उनके लिए आर्थिक परिस्थिति पे जब हम बात करते हैं ना, तो सर सबसे पहले गरीब की थाली नजर आती है.
वित्त मंत्री से अनुरोध है कि इसका ख्याल रखें कि किसी तरह से हमें निर्यात बढ़ाया जाए और आयात हमारा कम किया जाए.
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि इन आंकड़ों पर मत जाएं. गांव में, देहात में, ग्रामीण इलाके में जाकर असलियत को देखें, लोगों से बात करें और कमियों को दूर करें.
Replying to a 3-day debate on the state of the country's economy in Rajya Sabha on December 7th, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman countered the charges of the opposition and said the centre has addressed the issues of inflation, unemployment and inequality. In her 90-minute reply, she said the second quarter growth was very high. It is the highest globally and the country is now the second most sought after manufacturing destination in the world.
So the honorable members would have read the Wall Street Journal, S&P ratings, Bloomberg, all of whom, while speaking very well about the Indian economy, refer to the reform measures undertaken by the Honorable PM, taking his name. I would like to say this. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's efforts, this is quote, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's efforts to outrun China and transform India's economic model into one driven by manufacturing rather than consumption are creating a tailwind for infrastructure and heavy industry companies.
She also said that through schemes like PLI and Make in India, the manufacturing sector is significantly contributing to the economy and its share to GDP is 13.9%. She said while all developed countries are struggling with the decreasing manufacturing output, India is moving forward.
Second quarter growth has been very high. It's the highest in the world, and we continuously maintain that momentum of being the fastest growing economy. During the same quarter, July to September 23, the third and the fourth largest economies of the world contracted, sir. Germany contracted by 0.4% and Japan contracted by 2.1%.
The Finance Minister further informed the House that direct tax collection grew by 21.82% this year till November, and monthly GST collections have stabilized at 1.6 lakh crore, and that is a sign of economic growth.
The credibility of this government, sir, is to financially empower the states, can also be engaged from the fact that an issue which was pending from 1996-97 till 2014-15 happened, nobody touched it. That was actually money belonging to the states. Nobody touched it. It was lying as a pending amount, tax dues amounting to 81,645 was lying there. It was Prime Minister Modi who in 2015, talking to the earlier, this happened in 2021, talking to the ministry, to the officials, to me, all of us worked together with the states. There was some money which the states owned the center. This money was owned by the center to the states. 81,645 crores was then released. Reconciled amounts adjusted. The net amount which went to the states was 43,168.
Did you know that from fiscal year 2006 to fiscal year 2012, India's manufacturing sector GDP grew by an average of 9.5% per year? Then, over the next 6 years, growth declined to 7.4%. In fiscal year 2020, manufacturing generated 17.4% of India's GDP. So, what's propelling India's manufacturing sector like never before? Let's find out.
ऑटोमोबाइल से लेकर के एग्रो वैल्यू एडिशन तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, सम सैटेलाइट हो या सबमरीन, कम मेक इन इंडिया, केमिकल्स से लेकर के फार्मास्यूटिकल तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, पेपर हो या प्लास्टिक, कम मेक इन इंडिया.
Emerging as a global leader and superpower, after 75 years of independence, India is entering its golden era, leapfrogging to become the third largest economy. Since the Industrial Revolution, no country has become a major economy without becoming an industrial power. Prime Minister Modi elevated the revival of Indian manufacturing to a key policy objective of the government, identifying the sector as the engine of long-run growth. It was a powerful galvanizing call to action to India's citizens and business leaders, and an invitation to potential partners and investors around the world in the growth story of New India, that was Make in India.
Manufacturing and ease of doing business has received concentrated attention of the government. The importance of manufacturing has been recognized in India for the first time since independence. And the changes made by the government in many ways in using technology, in using digitization, making new laws like the GST and the bankruptcy law, all of these laws have considerably simplified the complexities which existed of doing business in India. So I think this process will continue, and the continuance of this process will mean that we in India can aspire to become one of the most competitive manufacturing countries in the world.
As a result, India today is one of the most open economies of the world. India is now first amongst the world's most attractive investment destinations, first amongst world's fastest growing economies, first among 100 countries on the Growth, Innovation and Leadership Index, 7th most valued national brand in the world. India has moved 16 places in Global Competitiveness Index. Data speaks louder than words. FDI inflows in India stood at $45.15 billion in 2014 and 15. But the year 2021-22 recorded the highest ever FDI at $83.6 billion. The FDI has come from 101 countries and invested across 31 UTs and states and 57 sectors in the economy. On the back of economic reforms and ease of doing business in recent years, India is on track for attracting $100 billion in FDI. There is a significant increase in FDI in the manufacturing sector. Why? Well, the answer is production-linked incentive scheme. Without doubt, PLI schemes have enhanced the competitiveness of the manufacturing sector and are helping leverage the untapped potential of industries to fulfill the vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. The PLI schemes as envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the objective of making India Atmanirbhar is built on the foundation of 14 sectors with an incentive outlay of 1.97 lakh crore to strengthen the production capabilities and help create global champions. Actual investment of 62,500 crore has been realized till March 2023 and has resulted in incremental production or sales of 6.75 lakh crore and employment generation of around 3,25,000. Exports boosted by 2.5 lakh crore till financial year 2022-23. PLI scheme has led to major smartphone companies shifting its suppliers to India like Foxconn, Wistron and Pegatron. As a result, top high-end phones are being manufactured in India. It has also resulted in a 20-fold increase in women employment and localization in IT hardware such as battery and laptops. We have been able to increase the value addition in mobile manufacturing to 20% within a period of 3 years, whereas countries like Vietnam achieved 18% value addition over 15 years and China achieved 49% value addition in over 25 years.
Fiscal deficit was actually about three and a half times that of peer economies. So we spent far more than was optimal. Current account deficit touching almost 6%, and therefore India became part of the fragile 5. In contrast, now India has actually become part of the top 5 economies, which many commentators call it as a famous 5. So
India is one of the fastest growing economies of the world and is poised to continue on this path with aspirations to reach high income status by 2047, the centenary of Indian independence. It is also committed to ensuring that its continued growth path is equipped to deal with the challenges of climate change and in line with the goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2070. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sansad TV. Goodbye for now from my side.